all my family, friends, everybody watching out there, whether it's morning, noon, or night. Today is August 17th, 2024. This is the day that we've all been waiting for. Yeah, this is the day we've been waiting for. The entire nation, for the first time ever, in real estate, every real estate agent like myself, all of us must be able to have a buyer sign a buyer broker agreement before the government made this up, before we can even unlock a door and take you through the threshold. Now, somebody may out there say, well, that's not right. That's not fair. I just want to see a house. I just want to see it. Well, we know that. We know everybody wants to see a house beyond the pictures and the video online and all that good stuff. But in Maryland, we've been a buyer broker state as long as I've been in this, 21 years. But only 18 states out of all 50 are buyer broker states. Now, 50 out of 50. So if you're a buyer out there and you want to see a house, do not be mad. Do not freak out that you have to have an agreement pre-established with your real estate agent to professionally represent you to purchase a home. Now, you're going to say, well, what does that all entail? Well, we basically go over what our fiduciary responsibilities are to you, how we professionally represent you, how we negotiate for you, and how we help you through this ever so crazy complex process that one wrong move, you're going to think you've gone to hell and back. That's not our job. We don't ever want to have that happen to anyone. We want to protect everybody's interests and make sure that you're in a safe harbor. Make sure that we negotiate on your behalf and we're in your corner. Now, you're going to say, I had someone yesterday ask me, well, what does this mean as far as compensation? It's always been negotiable. There's not an agent out there I know that works for free. So yes, it's always been the buyer's responsibility. But what we've seen in the past, and we'll probably continue to see in the future, is about 99% of the time, sellers are offering compensation. They go ahead and have an agreement with their listing agent who's selling the house. And that listing agent pretty much splits the commission, compensation, marketing fee, however you want to name it. They usually give a portion, if half of that, if not a different amount, which is all negotiable. It's always been negotiable. But before, see, we used to know before today, it would be in the MLS. We know how much that was being offered. Now, the government stepped in and said, hey, we do not want compensation to be listed in any MLS in the United States, multiple listing service. So that's what's changed. It's no longer listed. We no longer know upfront what's being offered as far as compensation. So nobody's steering anyone anywhere. Buyers want to see the homes they want to see no matter what. It's always been really the case. In my case, for 21 years and helping well over 700 clients, we basically always have upfront, we've always showed every single home that's been available that any buyers ever wanted to see. So here's how this is now going to work, boys and girls. Every single buyer and their agent needs to have a predetermined agreement of how much compensation that buyer would be able to contribute and pay for that professional service. And that has to happen up on the front end. Now, our job as buyer agents is to now negotiate with the selling side to be able to have that compensation be granted, whatever that amount is. It may be all of it. The buyer may not have to pay anything. And it may be some of it, which I have had in some cases, where the amount of compensation is actually a little bit less than what's already been predetermined. And therefore, the buyer, they just make up the difference. I've never had a problem with it in my 21 years. So these are the two predominant things that are now going to change in the entire industry. For me, for Maryland, most of us agents that are buyer broker agreement state that we've already had established. It's not going to really change nothing at all. It's just going to be more forms, more transparency, different verbiage, and all those things like that. Now, someone asked me recently as a real estate agent, do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing? I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. It's about time everybody gets on the same page. It's about time that every single agent across the United States, which is nearly 1.4 million, are now going to have that discussion a lot more clear, a lot deeper. And we just can't run around and show homes to just anybody at any given time, any way they want. So those are the two things that have changed starting today now. Tomorrow, I'll be showing a property. I've already explained it and sent it over the buyer broker agreement to the buyer. He read through it, had a few questions. He completely agreed to the amount that I charge no matter what happens. And he said, that's fair. That makes perfectly good sense. You definitely don't need to be working for free. So these are the changes that are happening right now, and it's actually a good thing. So drop your comments in the bottom, like, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs sideways. If you want to put it thumbs down, not because of my rules, just because of new changes, I'd love to be able to hear your opinions and be able to talk about it. So hope you're having a great weekend. Happy August 17th. And by the way, I love it. I'll see everybody on the other side of the island having a lot of fun. So you guys take care and have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right. So take care now. Happy weekend to all of you.